Ranch, and I'm going to be here with you this evening, keeping you entertained and teaching you a little farm sim. We'll see how that goes. Well, we're starting out on what was our barley field. Going to be on the north edge of our property here, and we're going to be on Judith Plains again tonight. Just farming around. How's everybody's week starting out? I hope everybody is doing well. Trying to get some oil seed radish. We're getting a little cover crop planted here. As you can see, we might have forgot to turn the game off one night after we had already been working, and might have a little cover crop already planted, but we're going to get that all taken care of. So don't know how many of you guys are actually using the oil seed radish, but as a cover crop, it's pretty interesting because it actually gives you that extra fertilizer state without actually having to fertilize. We'll go in here and take a look right quick. Gonna have to save as usual. Let's go ahead and turn that off over here. Actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and leave that autosave running because I've been having some issues when I go into settings with the system actually locking up. But give y'all an idea where we're at. We've got an XAT and an XAT working on 74, 76, 77, doing cover crop with oilseed radish. On 61, we've got the Steiger, and he is just cultivating right now. We've got grass ready to come off on 65. There we go. Got grass ready to come off on 65. We've got alfalfa, I believe, ready on 71 and 90. We've got grass ready on 142. We've got grass ready on 47. We've got sunflowers ready to go on 44, 46, 45, 36, 37, and 38 are all canola and ready to harvest. So what we're going to do is, just because we're kind of getting behind the 8 ball here, I'm going to go ahead and lease 2 more Nexats for the time being. And what we're going to do is, we already have the equipment for the harvester for the Nexat, for the extra 2 that we're going to lease, so we don't actually have to lease the implements to go on there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab 2 of these babies. Their leases, it doesn't matter. We're going to lease. Yes. Okay. And we're going to lease. Yes. Okay. And let's go pick those up. Tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to jump over here. I'm going to use a little teleport. Usually I try to drive, but hey, you know, gots to do what we gots to do. So, ooh, darn it. Boy, this thing turns like a tank. And I do not have a clue why it looks like it's snowing, folks. Actually, I do know why. I actually advanced time using the Easy Dev system, and for some reason it still thinks it's supposed to be snowing. I've actually reset the environment twice now, and it went right back. So, there's that. My goodness, folks. Goodness me. Well, shoot. Sure what I hit there, but we get him started to the next park location on our map. Only issue that I actually have with this map, and I love this map, don't get me wrong, is the getting in and out of the store here. If you have a big piece of equipment, it is a tough deal. I've tried actually taking some pieces out of the fence, and it won't let me do that. Darn it all. But we're gonna see if we can't do a better job with this one, because we kind of look like we were driving drunk with that other one. And I use we a lot. I believe that the term that we're discussing here is called the royal we, because it's just me. Let's go. Yeah, we're still going to suck at that corner. Probably what we're going to do is start one of these on the sunflowers and start one of them probably on the canola. Be my preference there. Again, the grass and the alfalfa, they'll wait. They're not an issue. The other stuff, if we don't get it off, it'll wither and we'll lose our crop. So we don't want to do that. So, while the equipment is traveling here, we'll take a look at the big picture again. We are on Judith Plains, Montana, the 4X map. And right now we have our farm located right here. All of our equipment. These are our sunflowers. 30, 46, 44, 45. Canola on 36, 37, 38. These two fields are in the process of being turned. 71 and 90 are our alfalfa. We've got quite a few head of cattle. Let's go ahead and come down here and take a look. We're running limousines right now. So, and we need to figure out why our health is dropping. Plenty of food, plenty of meadow. Plenty of water. Maybe they're just, not weird. They should be in pretty good shape right now. Zeus. Zeus. Sorry about that. My dog had to run away. Had to deal with that. But that's where we're at. We'll run back up to the next app parking area and grab our they're probably not here yet, but we'll go up here and wait for them to get here. And then we'll start on our canola. Looks like the truck needs a bath too. So probably what we're going to do is on our canola, we're actually going to cart our canola, and on our sunflowers, we're going to actually, I have an man agra truck, and we'll probably just have him truck directly from the field on the sunflowers. Reason I'm not trucking directly from the field with on everything, which is the way I used to do it. I really like this little Caterpillar truck over here, and I really like that Fruhoff bed with the single dump. The problem is that I believe it's a mismatch in the body height of the truck and the connection point of the trailer. If you get off the hard pack with that, it's not pavement, it actually bogs down very significantly, and you just flat can't get around. I'm going to jump in this next app, make sure that it makes it here without a hitch. There's better look at our cows. Yep, rolling up here. And I'm going to back off. Those engines a little loud on that one. Here's our dairy pasture. Right here. All doing good on food there. We probably need to go check on that while we're here. Just jump out of this and run over and take a quick look. Yeah, we're doing good. Forgot which way that gate opened. Like he made his corner up there. Can't jump back in. Probably getting to the point that we need to do a little bit of more corn. Probably going to put this field right here in corn after we get done. Everything off. Jump in here and grab this stuff for the next side. By the way, if you don't know how this works, if you will hold your, I use a Xbox controller. If you hold your right upper button, or yeah, LB, down arrow, your next set will actually center itself, convert, and pull forward, just like it's supposed to do. I'm not doing anything other than holding the auto connect stuff right now. There we go. There we go. And if you store your equipment like that, makes it hella easy to get in there and get it out. We'll pull him over to the sunflowers and get him started. We're still pretty much bringing everything back here to the new silo, the big one. We just really don't have anything stored in there yet, so. Couple of different ways to go about this. What we're going to do is we're going to cut across here. You can stay on the main road and get to where we're going, but well, I was trying to not hit a sign, but I did. So, shorten that one a little bit. So, yeah, got another sign. I am a sign killer, folks. On your left over here is our alfalfa barn. Right now it's all square bales. I'm probably going to convert over to round bales. That's why that baler is there. And I'm utilizing the stationary PTO, the brand new one that just released. Handy dandy little deal right there, no problem. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and get started on our sunflowers. get our course, and let's go and make sure we got everything set up. We want one. We want to do 3 headlands. We're going to start working on the headlands. We're not going to worry about round corners right now. And we're going to run it counterclockwise. We're going to stick with counterclockwise for the center settings. And we're going to generate a course. Awesome. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? So, let's get this started. Let's go ahead and get our header unfolded. Start at the first waypoint. We're going to tell him go. And sunflowers it is, folks. So, what we're going to do is, like I said earlier, we're going to actually truck this one. Let's get our location for that. And the field 46. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's do it at 45. So, what we'll do is we'll come up here and grab our agri truck. Right there. On one. Right there. It started. And what we're going to do is set him to combine unload. And he's going to go from field 45 and we're going to go to the main farm. Nope, that's feed production. Large silo. Silo load, large silo unload. There we go. Now then, let's switch back to the harvester. Tell him that his helper is on 45. Once we do this, it'll actually connect these two so they can talk. See? No warning there. That means he actually recognized that. Don't have to do anything else. Don't have to change it to combine. Don't have to, nothing. All you have to do is set it to the same waypoint, and you're good to go from there. So, make sure our truck is doing what our truck should do. I'm not sure why he's doing it that way, but see where he's going. He has decided he's going to come all the way up here to the house to turn around. Okay. That's why AIs are stupid. But he decided that's where he needed to go to turn around. And we'll just start him back, and he should turn to the right here. And yep. Now he'll go back there and get on his point like he's supposed to. put out a new schedule today, and the plan is we're going to be on Judith Plains on Mondays. We're going to be on Backroads County on Wednesdays. And on Fridays, we're going to be working on Flat Map. And what we're going to be doing there is I have the new railroad mod where you can actually add a track to anything. And I'm going to be doing a walkthrough on that, as well as a lot of other little bits and bobs. So the thing about working there on the reasoning behind using Flat Map is that, quite frankly, Flat Map gives us a lot more flexibility in what we do, the way we do it. So I would you guys would just kind of tune in, give us a watch. And then on Sundays, we're going to always be doing the Spit and Whittle. Don't know where we're going to wind up on Spit and Whittle, because I'm trying to be an open forum for conversation about FS25, about pretty much anything you guys want to talk about. And again, this is a game that I dearly love, played a long time, and learned a little bit along the way, and I'd like to pass some of that along, as well as I want to promote our farmers, the real guys, not the ones playing Pixel Farm like you and I, the real guys. Because the thing is this game allows the public, John Q. public, to get a little bit of a taste of what the real guys are out there doing and how hard they're having to work. So, yeah, that's what we're here for. So, let's go back up here. Our other next set should be waiting for us by now. Gonna grab him and or her, it don't matter. I think farm equipment is like a ship on the ocean. All ships are her, so I tend to do the same thing with farm equipment. Ah, missed it. Wrecking the equipment, huh? Go make some canola, guys. There won't be any signs done by the time I'm through. Hey, I never hit anything in real life. No, that doesn't count, but still. Sorry, I got quiet. Just getting ready to set up this course. And let's go back in here. We want to do 2 rounds. Let's go 3. Like counterclockwise. No rounded corners. And we'll stick with counter there. And let's get it started. There we go. We're gonna have to set a course up for our yep. Maybe we need to make an adjustment to that field, I think. A little strange. May have to lay out a special field on that. So, what I'll do is gonna go grab our truck. Don't matter which one. Let's see where we're going. There on 36. Yeah. Take a shortcut, guys. Won't. Grab the old Steiger. And our cart. When I get quiet, it's when I'm working. Sorry about that. And open our points up. You know where we're at. Oh. This is going to be 36. Wagon standby. Yeah, I haven't got this set up yet, so make sure jump out. And we're going to put a little bit of canola in here just so we know it works. Canola. And I'm just going to put about 500 in here. And there we go. So here's our spot right there's where we want. And this is that ain't what I wanted. Don't want it. Oh, I know what I gotta do. F36. Wagon unload. What we're going to do is we're going to drop a point right here. Thought I named that point already. Maybe I didn't. Get out of the way, though. I know that. Ah, didn't put the air. Good enough. Canola. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. It got quiet. Looks like about all of it. You'll see right here. The next sets are finished work. He's getting unloaded. Okay. Yeah, that ain't what we wanted. Have to get him lined up. Sure, Captain Sunflower here is doing his thing. Overlapping a little more than I like, but he's getting everything, so that's all that matters. Let's go back to our canola harvest here. There we go. It's working like a charm. It'd be a smidge closer, but it's all getting in the wagon, so it's all that really matters. And what we'll do is, now that we have those other two Nexats available, we can do a couple of different things. Probably what we're going to do... Now I have my harvesters tied up on these leases. What we may do is check our condition on the two that are parking now, unhook everything, and have service come and do anything that needs to be done to those while we're have the leases to cover that. So could have waited a little bit, but this gets us started on the harvest anyway. So, see where we're at on those other two tractors. Where did they go? Okay, let's see where they're at. That one's getting there. They can both use a spot of fuel and a little bit of maintenance. easiest way to deal with these Nexats is to do what I've done here, which is create 2 changeouts for them. You can keep your stuff kind of neat this way, organized. And if you'll notice, I do not have parking set up for the Nexats. Reason why is they're just kind of funky with auto drive. I've tried a couple times to get them set up that way, and let's just say that it doesn't go as I intend when I do. So what I normally do, and this is kind of an interesting way of doing this, I'm sure, is I'll actually unhook everything on these. I'll park both of them, but I actually leave a space between them. And the reason we leave a space between them is that way I can get in between them with the service truck, which we'll call here in just a second. We'll go get him. Get these put away. Yeah, I could have pulled forward a little further. So the yellow lines on the ground there, that's actually where the wheels should go to put this where I want it. So, yeah. I kind of didn't that time. And this is the easiest way to do this. So get this all settled. Really cool piece of equipment. First time I saw it was actually in game, and I did some research into it in real life, and quite frankly, it's pretty darn cool. Don't need the big service truck. Yep. We'll just send him back to, or send him to the same spot that we call the equipment return point. And that'll just put him there in the yard. Go check on our other equipment and make sure everything's going smooth. Well, we've been here an hour, and I have decided that we're only going to go for an hour and a half. I've been running 2 hours, and I don't know if that's the reason why I'm not getting as many views as I would like to. Maybe I'm running too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to try running an hour and a half and see where we come out there. And we may make adjustments besides that before we're done. But, yep. Go down here and we're going to go check on our sunflowers. Looks like our truck is, let's just jump in there. Yep, looks like he must need to be unloaded. They're getting close to being needing to be unloaded. I'm using this little truck here because it's the closest thing I can find to what I really want. They're in FS22. They had a little man, they called it a man Agra special, and it had almost like a combine cab on it. But the cool thing about it is the cab actually would flip around. The other thing is it had high flotation tires, and it was all-wheel drive, and a lot of things like that. And just was a neat little truck. And I used it pretty exclusively for harvest stuff. And for some reason, it hasn't been brought back to FS25. I've actually looked into, let's rephrase that. I've thought at some length about actually trying to do the conversion on it myself. The problem with trying to do it myself is I'm concerned that someone would think I'm trying to take credit or something like that. And that's not at all, that's not the way I work. I won't do that. And so, you know, that's the main reason why I haven't actually done anything with that. I have some modding skills and stuff, but I don't want anyone to think I'm stepping on someone's toes. Still chasing. Let's go check our canola. Here. See if our service truck is it. There he is. So, set our maintenance area up. So then we should be able to go workshop options. I'm not going to mess with the paint. I don't give a flip about that. I'm going to go ahead and fix the mechanics on it. What we're going to do, we're going to close up. Well, just crash into the wall then. For those of you who are not using this, this is called IC control, and it actually allows you to interact with your equipment. The opening the laptop is not part of IC. It's the little X's that I'm talking about there. Yeah, that ain't what I wanted to do. What I want to do is push the button. My workshop. And hardly any repair at all needed on this one, so. But we got it taken care of anyway. And we'll just return him to his parking spot at the shop. We can get him started, I think. Start at the first waypoint there. Since he's already got a field calculated for it. So you don't absolutely positively have to pick up every time you cut. If you look here, what I have on the field, I still have alfalfa down. I will come in and pick all of this up this next round, and why is that not working? Is it? It is not. For some reason that's not cutting. Hmm. Very interesting. Just want to watch this and make sure he unloads right. This will be his first time unloading from the field. So. That's what I was afraid he was going to do. I have no earthly idea what he's doing. That isn't where he's supposed to be going. $38 should be wagon unload. That's why he whizzed right by the truck, though. Must have clicked wrong when I set him up. And he is driving like a wild Pontiac. Wow. Gonna double check on that other truck right quick, make sure he's doing what we want him to do. By the way, this is one of the few times you can actually get a good look at your courses, is when you're doing a save, because it goes into this grayed out mode and all of that really stands out. Rocking along. There's our truck over there on the other side. Look up here and see if we can figure out what's wrong with this tractor. Vehicle. Ah, we're almost out of gas too. Hold him up. Everything off. Hold. There we go. Send him back to the barn. He will probably go and try to get fuel. Yep. Don't know which fuel station he's going to wind up at, but see what it's stock. Well, 6:20, guys. We're going to go till 6:30. Remember, we'll be back on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, we're going to be on Backroads County. Again, we'll just be farming and ranching on Wednesday and incidentals. So bring your questions. If you need to know something, want to know something, just reach out, either Facebook or YouTube chat. Either way will work for me. Not an expert, but I'm willing to share the knowledge I do have. On Friday, we're going to be on the flat map, and we're going to be dealing with the new, well, they had it in FS25. They just kind of released it recently for, or excuse me, they had it in 22. They just released it for 25, and that is actually the railroad mod that allows you to actually add a railroad to a map that doesn't have one. So what my goal is with that is I want to do a little bit of experimentation with that and find out exactly what can be done with it. I started building, I'm using Terraform to make map modifications to make the railway. There's inclines and things like that. So I decided that I would actually, I've used Terraform before, and that's a really cool program. If you're on PC, I'd highly recommend giving that a try. The railroad also is going to be PC only. And console guys, I'm sorry. And I don't mean to do that to you, but I've never played on a console on this game other than I think I added it to my Xbox at one point. But I was so used to playing with all the extras, the mods, the this, the that's of the game that I absolutely, positively did not like playing on console. So, sorry about that. But so pretty much anything I tell you guys is probably PC only. And I always feel a little guilty about it. But by the same token, you know, I expect everyone, you guys included, as well as myself, to play the way we want. That's the whole purpose that's the whole purpose in doing what we're doing here. Find our 8RX. Let's see. That's the one we want right there. He's all fueled up. He's all mechanected up. Let's go try this again. See if we can cut some. Whoa, forgot to turn that off. Okay, so this equipment selection, you can't use your mouse or your controls while that's open. You know, that's a small price to pay, because I'm telling you, that makes a world of difference. Being able to scan through your equipment like that without having to tab through every piece of equipment to find something that you're looking for is pretty awesome. It beats the heck out of the tabbing through. So I'm not going to complain about not being able to use my mouse or control, because there's a little X down there at the bottom of it that allows you to click on it and turn it off. The other thing that strikes you as a little glitchy with it, it's not glitchy, but it strikes you that way in the beginning, is this part here. So if you click control, that's actually also the command to remove your to remove your points in auto drive. So like I say, looks a little odd, but other than that, it's okay. Take a little shortcut here, go cross country. Some of these fields in this map are, again, it's Montana. Some of the fields in this map are pretty steep, to say the least. Alfalfa is looking good too. Check something while we're here. That's why it wouldn't let me cut it. Because it ain't ready to cut yet. Guys, it has been a pleasure. Just sit here and play the game, discuss it. You know, hopefully you guys need something. I'm more than welcome to help. And let's start this right there. I'm cutting this field a little on the inside. That way I don't have to worry about getting grass in with my alfalfa. Beginning to wonder if this mower is not a little glitchy. Because what I'm getting is a stack dump when I'm using some of, well, this particular piece. Because I don't, oh, darn it, guys. I do not get that with the other mower, which is what I was going to try to switch to there. Have the other mower is parked back here. So taken. Oh. Yep, there it is. Let's start him on the grass up here. Well, guys, thank you for hanging out, and I hope that the rest of your week goes fabulous. Remember, it's not just a game, it's a way to teach others about the farm. Say this pretty much every time I'm on the air, but they ought to be making the kids play this at school. everyone, and I do mean everyone, needs to know where their food comes from. Thanks, and come back and join us again next time. We'll be back Wednesday. A little more farming, a little more ranching.